You want to know why I'm a head salesman? Because I dive headfirst into an opportunity and I think with my head. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, then stay tuned because I have a story to tell. Hey guys, Joseph with Haunted Hideouts here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have something a little unusual for a change. It's a story that's taken place over the past several days, and a coworker of mine, she came up to me and she basically was asking if I would be interested in this artifact of hers. Now it's a human skull, and so yeah, that's that's a little unusual for somebody to just randomly come up to you and ask you if you want to buy it or if you know anybody who might be interested in buying it. But I've known her for about 18 years. She's been a friend. So long story short is her father, he I guess was very wealthy, and he was a collector of all kinds of various oddities, and he passed away some years ago, leaving everything to her. So she inherited all these different items, and one of the items was a antique human skull. I don't know how old it was exactly, but judging by the coloration and stuff of it, I would say at the earliest, probably 1800s. I mean, it's definitely up there. So, well, I would love to have something like this in my collection because I collect fossils. I have like lots of cool stuff: Spinosaurus teeth, Triceratops rib bone. Can't even think of everything. I got lots of different cool stuff in my cabinet. And this would have been a very unique collectible to have too. But unfortunately, my mom and my wife would not like that. When my mom comes to stay over and watch the dogs for us and stuff, when my wife and I are gone, I know she would have flipped out over that. So, and my wife's not really into that stuff. So, and typically neither am I for human artifacts. Now I do collect fossils, like I say. Lots of dinosaur bones, teeth, some marine life, meteorites. I got a lot of various stuff, but it's like I don't have anything human, and I don't really have like a strong desire for it, even though I'm definitely intrigued by it. Growing up as a kid, like I wanted to be an archaeologist or a paleontologist, so I do have some interest in it, but something just doesn't feel right about it, and something, it kind of draws me to it. But anyways, so knowing I couldn't have this in my house, I declined on buying it or anything for me, but I told her I'd be willing to help her try to sell it. I knew a few people who I think might be interested in something like that, so I told her I'd look into it. I asked another coworker, some friends of mine. Everybody was interested, but they either didn't have the money or they were very nervous about the legality of owning such an item. So they all ended up passing in the end. And my coworker told me, she's like, well, if you can sell it, she's like, I'll give you a piece of the cut. So I'm like, I'm definitely motivated here now because she's talking some money. But she came to me a couple days later. I'm still trying to find potential buyers for her, and she came to me and she was like, I saw you post something on Facebook, like, God, it's like a year and a half ago or so, and it was a lamp. It was like this really cool tiki lamp. It had a parrot on it. Now, I got the lamp dirt cheap. It only cost me like $15 at the Goodwill, but when I had looked it up online, it was worth like $300 to $400. So it was a great find at the Goodwill. You know, I love going to thrift stores and trying to find that deal. So anyways, like, everybody loves the lamp. My mom loves the lamp. My wife loves the lamp. Friends come over to my house and they see it and they flip out over it. They all wanted it too. So I'm going to go ahead and post a picture here of the lamp so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Now, she came up to me at lunch and she was like, "So you have this lamp I saw you post a long time ago." She goes, "And I wanted to know if you want to trade the lamp for the skull." And knowing that the skull's worth, you know, it's probably low-end $800 and probably high-end several $1,000s is the skull's worth. And she wanted to trade, and it was very tempting, but I told her, I'm like, you know, I don't feel like I can keep it in my house. I don't think my wife would like that. And she was like, "Well, I can hold on to it for you, and if you can find a buyer, then and sell it," she goes, "then you'll keep 100% of the profit." Like, all she wants is the lamp. So now I'm extra motivated here. I'm trying to work out like this three-way deal, and I contacted a shop near me called the Haunted Antique Shop, and I've become friends with the owner there, and I asked her if that's something that she might be interested in, and she was intrigued by it, but she did pass. You know, I guess she didn't want human remains, you know, possibly scare off customers. But then I got thinking, another friend of mine who wanted the item, but she didn't have the money to purchase the item. She had told me about this oddity store down in Winter Park, and so that came to mind. I went ahead and I looked up the store on Facebook, and I sent them a message, and they immediately responded. They were definitely intrigued. They wanted to know how much, and I just wanted a quick sale because, you know, I didn't want to keep this item here at home. So I told them $400. Then I made a little joke and I was like, "Give me some money, but leave enough meat on the bone for them to turn a profit too if they wanted to." I thought that was very hilarious. You know, I'm like, "Oh, good job, Joseph. You know, you made a great joke." But I was telling my coworkers about that, and nobody had heard of the saying, "not enough meat on the bone," or basically in reference to like money. You know, like there's not enough profit left to be made if somebody else passes it on. So joke kind of lost its humor there when I was trying to explain it to my coworkers who had never heard of that saying before. But anyways, so I told him that you know, he should be able to turn a nice profit off of that. And he came and he's like, "I want to come tonight." He wanted to get here ASAP, you know, I guess because he was getting such a great deal. He didn't want somebody else to pick it up. So the problem was I didn't have the actual skull yet. My friend had the skull, but she wanted my lamp, and so we had to like work all this out. She came over, she brought me the skull. So I did have the skull at my house. She pulls it out, shows it to me in person, and it's pretty cool. I was definitely reconsidering. I'm like, if this guy ever passes, I'm gonna keep this item here because it's already here. It's really neat. It looked great under a glass case. So, but anyways, he was coming over. He showed up like an hour or so later, and he just like picks the skull up, looks at it, goes, "I'll take it," and that's kind of the end of it. So I got my $400 out of it. All in all, it was a $15 investment for me. So I got $400 cash. My friend got a lamp that's, you know, valued at $300 to $400, and he got a skull that is probably worth way more. Again, he has a shop, so I don't know if he intends to sell it or just keep it as a display piece for himself or to put in the shop. But either way, it was a win-win. It was a very odd story, so I thought I would just make a video telling you guys how I'm the head salesman in my town. Yeah. But I think I might do a little spirit box session. I charged the Geo box the other day. Figured I might do a session and try to see if we can find some answers to, was the skull a male or a female? Maybe what's their name? You know, is there a spirit attached to this? So I'm going to include some pictures of the skull, and stay tuned for the spirit box session.